All right, little pre-holiday podcast action going on here on the Daily Autism channel. I was on LinkedIn this morning and I was like, oh my God, everyone's talking about Christmas. And I was like, it's 9 days away? No.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, 9 days away.
It's the 16th.
I think you're right. Yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all.
Listen, I'm no good at math, but I can tell you that there's 9 days from the 16th to the 25th.
Well, I better get ready.
4 and 5 is 9, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I don't know.
This is probably my least prepared year. I think we've just had so much stress, and autism for us has gotten harder. So certain things just aren't as important, which is kind of sad.
You know what? It's funny though. It's our least prepared year, but I am least stressed about it. About not being prepared for the 25th.
I know. You just have to let it go.
Yeah, I have like no pressure on. I'm like, whatever.
That's how I am.
Like we're gonna get up, we're gonna do our beach walk. Mm-hmm. The kids will grab a few things, but I'm like, whatever.
Well, our kids are getting older too, and they don't really like stuff, and we don't like stuff.
Oh gosh,
because the house just fills up with crap
stuff.
And my favorite way to clean is just to throw things away.
Yeah.
So
I wish you liked doing that even more. I walked out to our garage this morning and I was like, whoa.
Well, it's not that. I just haven't had time. But anyways, they're like getting older now for like money and gift cards. And so it's just going to be a lot more simple.
Yeah. The 4 older kids, like they're into pretty much sports or fitness stuff. And so
fishing.
And fishing. Yeah. So that's kind of like, like outside stuff.
Right.
That's it. And so it makes it so much easier than, inside stuff.
Well, that stuff's going to be going in the garage. So we will have to get organized.
Yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait.
The garage is like your favorite place, and right now it looks like a tornado hit it.
Well, we just opened up this private sensory studio, and so for those who have not been following along or just check in from time to time, we just opened up this private sensory studio for families, autism families to go and kind of have a one-on-one family experience. And so along with that, we've had so many things getting delivered, and we had this crew come into town. And they did all this work, and so we're hauling like trash literally back to our garage.
Right.
And so the garage is just filling up of like pretty much just garbage, trash.
Yeah.
And so it's just stacking up, and it's like everybody, I walk in there and I'm like, it's like a mountain of trash, and I was like, where's my space? That was my happy space.
Well, and this would have been a good weekend for it because of the rain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're like South Central Florida on the Gulf Coast. There's no basements here. You dig down 2 feet and you have water, so we don't have basements. So the garage is like our basement.
Right.
It's like our hangout spot. And so now I don't have my hangout spot. Today I was going to watch football all day, and now I realized I can't because the garage is a mess. So.
Well, Cal's pretty much into Christmas this year.
Well,
so it seems.
Hold on.
So it seems.
Yeah, here we go. Melissa's famous forecasts. She's going to forecast the Christmas, how great it's going to be, and then... oh, boy, there could be something. I like the optimism, though, but yes, he's usually not a fan of Christmas at all, to the point where we basically canceled it the last 3 years. I don't mean cancel Christmas, but I mean just like we don't decorate, no Christmas tree. Christmas morning is like we don't, for like the last 2 years, we've had to basically run into the kitchen and tell the kids, okay, come on, quietly, hurry up, open up the presents, let's throw all the wrappers away, and then just pretend like it's every other, remember? Because he hates the wrapping paper, he hates the process of opening it and the boxes and everything. So it's been like a stealth mode. We've had to hide Christmas from him for the last few years. But this morning, it was really interesting. He gets up and he goes, hi, good morning. And I said, good morning, Cal. And he goes, I want a Christmas jacket, just like Santa. And I was like, you do? And he says, yeah. Santa goes, ho, ho, ho. So,
well, he's really into reading books now, but I think as far as like he's into like gifts now, and I think it's because everything was being delivered to our house for the studio.
Yeah. And
so he saw all the boxes, which he said are presents. And then we revealed the studio to him with this big surprise, and he was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Like his face lit up like, oh my goodness, this is amazing,
Well, the studio's becoming so I almost thought for a second maybe we would do Christmas morning there, but I don't want to take all the presents in the car.
No. So yeah. Anyways, he doesn't like
another dumb idea on my part.
He doesn't like the idea of like all the presents there. It's like overwhelming for him. He doesn't like the idea of like wrapping paper, like trash. Like it's just very unorganized for him.
Yeah.
And he didn't like the Christmas tree. And for me, as soon as he would have a meltdown, he would attack the tree. So last year we didn't have a Christmas tree, and this year so far we do not.
Well, there's 9 days left, so.
I know, but
Yeah.
I might put it up.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well,
then we would at
didn't-
least get a little excited.
To be honest, I didn't have anything to really stress about today, so I'm glad that you gave me that just now. So now I can focus on that. So that's good. Now I can stress about you maybe putting up a tree. That's
Well,
good. I was worried that I wouldn't have anything to worry about today. So now I have something. So my day is complete.
Stop.
Yeah.
Well, I'm giving him a haircut today.
Oh, well, there you go. That actually just skyrocketed to the top of the charts.
Is your blood pressure high yet?
My face must be purple right now. So, wow, this Saturday really spiraled out of control quickly. It's got a new meaning to it.
Well, he's starting to change in a positive way. Like he's into like brushing his hair now.
Yeah,
And
well,
brushing his teeth.
That is funny. He's naming all of his routines. And so his therapist the other day, she came over and I said, hey, just so you know, he has been just listing what you're going to be doing all day. And she's like, really? And I was like, yep. And she's like, so that's pretty much what we're going to do? And I'm like, well, that's good luck. I mean, I would follow his plan, but
Right.
You've got the degree. you can make any changes you want. But I'm saying he was doing it in a positive way. Like he was excited about playing, excited about reading the book, excited about the bath, washing his hair, brushing his hair, reading a book, eating dinner, and going to bed at nighttime when it's dark. And I think I got everything in order. But yeah, that was it though.
Well, because he's into like brushing his hair, I think that I could scissor cut his hair and use a comb. And I think he'd be okay with it. His hair's very, very long right now. He hates haircuts. It usually ends with him crying and me crying. And it's not good.
For all of the talk that we do, the saying, if you know one kid with autism, you only know one kid with autism. And, it's a spectrum. It's also different. There are some things that are just like 99%. I remember I did a video on our TikTok channel and it was about like this haircut system thing that these people had invented, and they got a lot of positive reviews. But I mean, every parent was like, my kid is more scared of haircuts than anything else in the world. It's like, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's just funny for all the stuff that is so different and you can't really understand the uniquenesses. That is something that seems to really be a constant. Like for every 100 comments, I think that video got like, I don't know, 100 and some thousand views. And for every 100 comments of my kid hates haircuts, there was one that said my kid doesn't mind. That was it, So it's just interesting how there's a couple things that seem to be kind of like a benchmark.
Well, I think you're right. It's scary. Like, because I was talking to him about a haircut and he was like, oh, don't hurt me.
I know. I don't know where that, maybe it's just because of the blade. Then I thought it was the sound of the hair being cut.
Well, so I'm avoiding clippers because of the sound and the vibration, and that really makes you itchy for boys. But I think the thought of him having scissors to his head is scary.
Yeah. I don't know. He likes his hair, too. It's weird. He kind of likes his hair. I don't think he likes it this long, but he does like his hair.
He does like his hair. He wears a helmet because he headbangs. So his bang area is really starting to get knotty.
Knotty, yeah.
And the knots bother him, and those are hard to get out. So we're going to attempt a haircut.
DailyAutism.com is how you connect with us on our social channels. Real quick, I want to talk about this Santa Claus meme and why Santa might be autistic, which made me laugh. First, the Autism Health Summit is on the way in February. I hope to see a lot of you in San Antonio for a great weekend with autism parents getting together. And Tracy Slepcevic, the Warrior Mom, she is launching this thing. AutismHealth.com to get your ticket. She's running a special now. It's buy one ticket and get the second one half off. So that's a pretty good deal. AutismHealth.com. I'm actually looking forward to a weekend in San Antonio or a night in San Antonio.
Yeah, I'll miss you.
I'll do a night.
Well, enjoy. Enjoy your night away.
Well,
it's well deserved.
I wish you could come. I'm actually looking forward to, Tracy and her husband are really great people. And my buddy Ling, who's the CEO of Technology North, I'm going to meet him. I feel like I already know him through Zoom and phone calls and text and everything, but it is nothing beats human to human.
Right.
So I'm excited to meet Ling. And so it's going to be cool. And then there's a lot of other people. Like, I think Tracy's got like 30 speakers or something. So I'm kind of excited just to, I don't know, take it all in,
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Cool resort, too, in San Antonio. Not to rub it in. Cool resort.
Yeah, enjoy your steak dinner, your martini, and your nice resort.
Indoor.
And a nice bed to sleep in with no...
Indoor heated pool, full gym, sauna. I'm looking forward to it.
Dear Lord. That was rubbing it in.
It's business. It's business. What can I say? I gotta go.
Stop it.
Why Santa might be autistic. This was really hilarious. There was, I don't know. I saw these. There's actually a bunch of memes like this, and I saw it, but I don't remember all the reasons why. But a few of them I thought were great. Wears the same clothes every day. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Makes a list and checks it over and over and over.
Yep.
Keeps checking the list, right? For 364 days a year, he prepares for the 365th day.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That was pretty good. A limited diet, just milk and cookies. That's all he'll eat. Names animals and repeats the name over and over again of his reindeer.
Yep, and they all line up.
And they lines them all up.
Yeah.
There was a few other ones, but I thought that was...
That's hilarious. He doesn't like haircuts.
Oh, I know. Santa does not like haircuts. Is obsessed with squeezing into small spaces.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Gets in the chimney and stuff. Oh, and doesn't take social cues that walking into people's homes in the middle of the night isn't weird. Doesn't care. Just does it. It's just no problem for him. So
that is funny.
There was a bunch of them of why Santa might be autistic, and you can see the meme, dailyautism.com on our TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and wherever else we are. There's other places.
I thought immediately, like the squeezing into small places, Cal will get in our couch, like underneath the couch cushion.
Yeah.
He likes the pressure.
Yeah.
And then he likes to be in our little tiny closet, like our towel closet.
Yeah.
He goes in there with his iPad.
That was one of the first videos, I think, when we launched on TikTok. Was I think we called it the autism closet.
Yeah.
And he would go in there and there was just, you couldn't pack anything else in there. And then he found a way to fit in there with his iPad.
Yes.
He would lay in there. He would demand you shut the door. I mean, it's pitch black with his iPad, and you'd open it up and be like, oh my God. I mean, he's just packed in. Like, how could you move?
He's done that since he was little.
Yeah. Well, he has a squeezer machine thing here at the house. He loves that. And, of course, everything at the Sensory Studio, like the undertunnels, are one of his favorite spots. It's dark, it's quiet, it's padded. So,
and then we have a black tent, and it's really dark inside.
Called a calming tent. Yeah, it's really neat, and it's got it's got a couple of things that help with the calming. It's got like this turtle that does like this soft vibrating and soft sounds and everything like that. And it is like pitch black. Like you go in there and it's like, well, I'm like, man, I could sleep in here for days.
It really is.
Yeah.
And then there's a sensory boat that squeezes you.
Yep. Fitting into the little sensory boat is good. Crashing into the mats from the pulley system. That's kind of get that feeling. You know what I mean?
One thing, Cal's never really liked to swing, and there's a swing there that he absolutely loves.
2 swings.
Yeah, he gets on the saucer one too.
Yeah, he really likes that. So
my favorite thing though, so this space is built like for one family at a time. We have a keypad entry code. You have a membership. You book out your time slots. So it's one family at a time. It's 1,000 square feet, and I love just seeing him run. Like it's a safe place for him to just run.
Yeah.
Because in public, he's always right next to me. He's always holding my hand. But I've noticed since he's gone to the studio that days after he's calm and happy. Like it's like amazing.
Well,
and I think his like body is just getting everything it needs, and then he's probably sore. His muscles are sore in a good way because he's using them.
Think about us, right? Like neurotypical adults, typical adults. And when they say like go to the gym, and you go to the gym, you know how it is. You get a hard workout, and the next few days you're just calm. You're at peace. Your body's rebuilding itself. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're I don't know. I think the endorphins kicked in. It's the same for him. He's doing things he's never done before. He's exercising the way he's never done before. And he's also doing it for a duration, an amount of time that he's never done before. Because we'll go sit there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And he's just like, I mean, he won't stop playing. And he's getting so much out of that. It's really cool. And like you said, our whole thing was like, where can we get a space where families can basically own their own space for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever they want. Like you own 1,000 square feet of the ultimate sensory experience. You own it. You don't share it. And, you know, when we tried to do other things and like, you know, the big box play gyms, and they're fine and they work for families. But for special needs families, we just kept hearing over and over, like it's too much going on there at those places. And I say the same things. I've seen kids run up and hand kids chokeable things, and because they just don't know, you know. So this is a place where it's just the family owns it. There's no pressure from anybody else. There's no surprises. There's no triggers. We've tried to eliminate every obstacle possible just based on our own experience.
Yeah, so we don't have toys. Like, there's no toys. There's no chokeable things that you can put in your mouth. And plus, you put the kids put those things in. There's germs, when you do that.
Yeah.
So this has equipment. It has playground, basically an indoor playground inside. There is areas of calmness where we have books and rugs and crash mats.
Yeah.
But we also put a TV on the wall for the parents and places to sit and eat. Our thing is like we're stuck at home all the time.
Yeah.
Our whole life has changed.
This is a co-op space where the typical family members can safely and happily interact with the neurodivergent family members. And that's what we wanted. We wanted just that closed off space where the family could be the family, or if it's a mom and a child or a dad and a child, and it works for everybody. Like if you want to go take your laptop, we have high-speed internet for the parents. Like you said, an Alexa there, if your child has a song that they like, or count along with numbers, a TV, if there's a favorite cartoon or something that they like. We just try to think of everything. But like you said, without the toys, like we don't want like a toy place. Every piece of equipment in there has a sensory purpose. It has a reason behind it.
Right.
It's not, like, oh, here's this thing and just play with it. No, this actually has purpose, and it helps to either you're gaining function or you're exercising the function that you have over and over and over again. So
right. I mean, he can play with toys at home. So here at the studio, he's running, he's jumping, he's climbing. I really like to see him climb on the rock wall.
Yeah.
He's stretching his body and really using his whole core and everything. And a lot of these kids have weak cores. So I love that he's getting exercise.
Yeah, the muscle development's a problem with these kids. I mean, all the doctors say it. Lack of exercise is a problem with these kids. So this helps. Like, I already have a goal because we have a what's the thing called that you hang on and you go across?
Zip line.
Oh yeah, we have a zip line. Like, my goal is because he wants to get on it, so he'll climb up. He needs some help. I'm like, if you can get to the point where you can climb the ladder, grab the zip line, kick off with your feet, go all the way across the studio and crash into the crash mat. I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome. So
and that's like gaining function.
that's what I'm saying. And not also just physical, which is great, but also the confidence mentally. Like, I can do this, because I think that's important too. I mean,
well, I've posted like quotes about playing and stuff, and one of the things is confidence.
Yeah.
It's gaining confidence.
I know
that you could do something.
I think it's, for him, it's been really cool the last couple of weeks when we started doing like he's kind of been our guinea pig, right? Because I mean, we don't know. Like, we want to see like what a kid who is autistic, like how they would use this space.
Right.
And we've changed a couple things around, and the design of some of the layout and stuff like that. But it's been cool. I should probably mention Fun Factory Sensory Gym. They were really the pioneers in designing this space. This place was an empty room, but funfactorysensorygym.com, they do these gyms all over the country. I think they're at over 50,000 installs of these sensory gyms. The work they do is great. It's totally like, here's the cool thing. This space was not like, here's a bunch of equipment, we're going to load it in and screw it to the wall, right? No,
Right.
They custom built this place from the inside out. Like,
Yeah, it was like
built.
pieces of wood.
They brought in all the materials, the beams, the wood, they painted inside. Like, that was crazy, right? Like, they custom painted this thing. They were like, well, what color do you want this side? What color do you want this? And I was like, I just can't even believe you're asking me this. Like, I can't believe I have this option.
Yeah.
So of course we're like, we don't care. Just you do it. Have fun. Like,
Right.
But Fun Factory Sensory Gym. So they do these for therapy centers, schools, hospitals. They also do it though in people's homes. So maybe you're in a situation where it's like, look, that studio sounds cool. Just no way we could ever go. Like, whatever. But have them construct something in your home.
Especially a basement.
Yeah, if you live in a part of the country, you have a basement. I mean, I think that would be perfect. I think I saw they did an attic somewhere, which is also really cool. So, yeah, Fun Factory Sensory Gym. They were just the best. Man, that creativity was awesome. The crew is great. We took a picture of the crew with Cal. He has now named them. Of course, he doesn't know their real names, so he's just picked out his own names. And he asked to see the picture every day. He goes, show me my family.
He says it's my gym family.
Yeah. He says, show me my gym family. And he starts laughing when he's so it's really cool. But that's been kind of a really neat experience.
Well, it was so impressive. They were literally sawing pieces of wood there.
Yeah.
Cutting out holes to put like the peepholes in, painting it, designing it. It was incredible. They really did a great job.
They did a great job.
And I love the space even more than I ever thought I would. And even seeing everything that he does there is pretty amazing.
I want to shout out our Tampa Bay partners because they're the best. The Lift Academy, where 95% of their students are on a scholarship. That's the Lift Academy in Clearwater. Brand new campus. It's the Taj Mahal. They do great work there. liftfl.org. I really, really would recommend you go and tour this facility. It's really good. But they just do great work. Everybody who goes there that we've talked to just absolutely loves it. They even have programs beyond high school. But Lift Academy in Clearwater. Also, our friends just south of there, the original Krabby Bills on Indian Rocks Beach. We were just there the other night. We had a little Krabby's outing. And I got to tell you, they're great people, great family, successful business. But the best thing about it is that they really do invest in the community that they serve. They're constantly helping charities, helping events, just a part of things, kind of really in the fabric of the positive character of the community. So, original Krabby Bills, Indian Rocks Beach, great partnership, and that is our spot to go and feel. How do we feel when we go there? What would be the word?
Relax.
Free.
Yes. Refreshed after we leave.
Live music every day. So enjoy Krabby's for the holidays. Actually, my favorite time of the year to go on the Krabby's is around the holidays. It's kind of neat to look down at the phone and like look at all these other places in the country that are freezing cold. And we're sitting at Krabby's. There's live music and it's, 73 degrees, little breeze blowing. Oh,
I know. It is fun.
It's the absolute best. I wanted to talk about, what did I just do on TikTok? Oh, Holly Madison. You know who she is?
Yes.
Just got diagnosed with autism.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I thought so too. But there's a big article on it. There's a bunch of articles on it. It just came out yesterday. But she talks about how she never looked anybody in the eye until like this year. Like she had to train herself to do it.
Wow.
So it was like she met with all these doctors and so went through obviously all of the testing and stuff like that. But she's like, for the longest time, people couldn't stand her because she wouldn't look at him in the eye.
Wow.
And they were like, gosh, you just, you're so disinterested in what I'm saying. And she's just like, I don't know. Every time I start to look at you in the eye, I look away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So she was on The Girls Next Door. That was the name of that show.
Holly Madison. I'm thinking about Holly Madison like the Playboy bunny.
Yeah,
that's her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know the show.
The Girls Next Door is how she got famous. They all lived in the Playboy mansion.
Oh, I didn't know it was called
Hugh
that.
Hefner. Yeah, Girls Next Door. It was the three girls that lived there together with him. Remember that's why everyone thought it was
Kendra?
Yeah, her husband was the football player.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know the other ones. Yeah. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's just seeing a lot of diagnosis. She did say, I read the whole article, that the one thing that was interesting that she said was, I don't want to be the spokesperson for autism because it's called a spectrum for a reason. She's like, I only know my autism. She's like, and I don't want to pretend to be able to help other people or be an advocate for other people because I only know, mine. So,
well, I'm sure that answers a lot of questions that she had about herself,
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, I feel like this year we've seen a lot of celebrities talk more about autism, whether for them or their kids.
Yeah, I just think it's, I don't know, more talked about in the world,
Yeah. I just think it's interesting that that's not something that for at least we've been dealing with it. I just feel like the last half of 2023, there was really like a rush of people that were like, oh, my child got diagnosed or we're going through a diagnosis and stuff. So you just starting to hear more about it. You just hear a lot more about it. Something else that I have not heard about either, and then I'm glad that we discovered. So we've talked before about probiotics. But what about prebiotics? Prebiotics. Every time I'd see the word prebiotics, I said, oh, this guy spelled probiotics wrong. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, it's the wrong word, man. You're trying to say probiotics and you're saying prebiotics. No problem. No, it's an accident. It's a mistake. They're both vowels. You just made a mistake. No, they're two totally different things. Begin Health and they're growing up prebiotics. Cal has been on these for 3.5-ish weeks. I think I counted the other day, 3.5 weeks.
Flavorless.
Oh, but every time people say that, though, it never is. But this is. Like, he doesn't. We did some videos about it. He can't detect it. I would say like 80% of the products that say that, I'm like, did you all try these out on autistic kids? Oh, you didn't? Well, guess what?
Well, usually if it's like that, it's like grainy. This dissolves really well.
You can't. I know because I've stirred it and then I've tried to let it settle for 10 minutes. You can't see it.
No.
And you can't taste it. So anyway, prebiotics are actually the food that feed the good bacteria. Bacteria need to eat. People don't realize that. They need nutrients themselves. They need to be nourished. So that's what the prebiotics do. And Begin Health has done a really good job. It's the same chemical makeup as found in breast milk. So obviously breast milk is like, I've read stories like that's the best thing that we've ever eaten in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is breast milk. So we've been putting that in his drinks, and we've had great success. He's been very happy. We love a healthy diaper. They say the word poop all over their website, which I think is funny.
They do.
Yeah, it says parents' number one ally in poop, healthy poop. It's important. And these kids, they have gut problems. We were told that from day one.
Yes, we were. And when we went to the emergency room for it.
I know. He was all backed up. And so it's just been great with the prebiotics. Really recommend parents to try that. You can go to dailyautism.com and grab our discount on that. By the way, I should mention most of the, all the products that we talk about, we've been in meetings with these people. We've tried them out before we've actually promoted them. But to get our discount on these products, dailyautism.com. You'll see the links there as well, which includes the free diapers by Aeroflow Urology. If you have a special needs child 3 and over, you should go to dailyautism.com and tap on the Aeroflow Urology button, because you may be qualified for free diapers, 100% covered by Medicaid, delivered right to your door. That's the clutch factor in this thing. Right to your door.
Yeah, and they're like more comfortable, I feel like.
What's that?
They're more comfortable, I feel like, than like for bigger kids.
Than the store brands. Yeah. I agree with that. Diaper runs are, I don't know. I mean, like, that's the thing about special needs. Nobody factored in diapers for 6 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like Cal 6. And he's going to need them beyond 6, beyond 7, maybe beyond 8. I mean, you just never know. But Aeroflow Urology, you should go and fill out that form. It takes, 90 seconds to see if you qualify. It's a really important thing to do. So
one thing I like too is, like, we didn't expect for him to be in diapers until he's 6, and it could go on even longer. But the one thing about these is they're all white. So it's kind of nice to think about. I don't know if this is true, but like there's no extra dyes. I mean, all the other ones are like colorful and stuff.
Yeah.
And even when you've talked about like using baby wipes and stuff, like all natural ones are better, because who knew we would be wiping his butt this long?
I know. You got to think about that. Like, yeah, like the wipes, right? Like, so we get that's like 100% water, or 99.9% water based. You got to think about that stuff, because it's just, you're not, like you said, you're not planning on doing those things for the amount of time we're doing them, but it's happening.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. But I think we've had, at this point, thousands of people on our social media over the last year that have actually gotten these, and
it saves money.
Tons of money, tons of time, tons of stress relief saved, because again, it's like you just, there's nothing worse than it's 9:00 on Friday night. We're down to our last diaper.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will work out for you. Again, dailyautism.com. While you're there, feel free to subscribe to the podcast. We'd love that. Or join any of our social media accounts. And one more thing I wanted to mention. And what was it?
You were just doing a video with Cal about Angel Sense.
I was doing it. That's exactly what it was. So Angel Sense, well, I wanted to talk about our thing. What happened?
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is scary.
Yeah. Okay. So we're opening the studio.
Let me say this real quick. So Angel Sense, the GPS tracker, the assistive technology, it is absolutely brilliant technology. The devices are still free. Like I just checked. So dailyautism.com, again, get the Angel Sense link through there. But the devices are still free with the subscription. So there's like monthly subscription options, or you can pay. I think, you'll get a discount if you pay, for the year in advance. The technology is awesome. So we have the wearable technology and we have the watch, but dailyautism.com to get that, because I got to tell you now this will make sense going into this story, because
things can happen fast.
No, in an instant. It's not even fast. It just happens, right?
Right.
It's crazy.
Very scary. So I am like super extra protective. There's locks on all the doors, and I think I have everything secure. So I'm helping you pack up the car to take stuff to the studio, and he's in his high chair in the dining room, strapped in. Everything's fine. No one else is home. And so I go outside to help you. I come back in, and when I came back in, he was gone. Like, gone. Like, I had no idea where he was. My first instinct was check the back door. It's locked. I'm running around the house screaming, Cal, where are you? Where are you? I'm like frantic. Then I go outside. I'm like banging the hood of my car to tell you to come inside because you're about to leave. Freaking out. I don't know where he is. And I'm like, how in the world did this happen? All the locks are locked on the inside of the doors. All of them. And I've like ran into my bathroom several times. Right when you go in our bathroom, there's a shower and there's a shower floor. Didn't see him. You're running up and down the street. Like freaking out too. And then all of a sudden, like the third time I go into my bathroom, I see like his patterned shorts. Like that's what got my eye. And he was sitting on the shelf in our shower, just quiet as can be, just
like,
sitting there.
Like a shower bench where you put like, your shampoo and your conditioners and all that stuff. Like ours is kind of pressed back. So you can't, and there's a wall. If you look at it straight, you can't really necessarily see through it. And that's where he was just sitting there. And I don't know that I've ever seen him get up there and sit there. It's just strange. He just, again, we were outside for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
My thought was he ran out the garage door while we were doing something at the back of the car. We were getting some stuff out of the car. It took two people. And I thought to myself, you know what? 15 seconds is enough. He absolutely could have done it. You had to time that perfectly. But if anybody can do it, it's these kids. They can do it. They can wiggle, they can squirm, they can run, they can hide. I told someone the other day, if there was a nation that created an army of these kids, watch out.
Yeah.
They'll win every war.
Yeah.
These kids are so resilient. They're so smart. They're strong. They're fast. I mean,
he wiggled his way out of the
high chair
seatbelt.
Yeah, which is like attached to him three different ways. Like three different hooks, to fasten him in.
But then he must have ran to the bathroom.
It was just like I said. You had to perfectly time those 15 seconds. There was one way to do it. He did it. I'm running up and down the street because I'm like, and then I get to one end of the street and I'm like, he couldn't have made it to here that fast. There's no way. And then I thought to myself, and look at all the time I've lost because he probably went the other way. So I ran as fast back the other way as I could. And I get to a point like, he couldn't have made it this far. There wasn't enough time. So I was like, so he must have been gone the other way. So I ran back and I'm in my mind, I'm doing the math. And I'm like, every step I take, I'm wasting more time. Talk about driving yourself crazy. And oh my God, the next day, my legs hurt so bad. Nobody said anything to me, but anybody saw it must have thought I was insane. The way I was just sprinting up and down this. It's just.
Oh my gosh. It was terrifying.
So anyway,
and every lock was locked. It was so crazy.
Nope.
And I was like, Cal, if mommy's yelling your name, you have to say something.
Yeah,
you scared me.
Here's a problem with that logic though. We don't do that. So.
Yeah. What did you say?
Well, I'll say, like, we have funny things that we say, like, if I'm like, hi, Cal, he'll say hi, and then, and then he'll be like, he'll wave his hands and go, see you soon.
Yeah.
And I'll go, see you soon. So, like if we would have said.
He's never heard us say, Cal, where are you?
Right. And you were really yelling. So
yeah,
I think he was
out.
probably like, what's going on? Like, I don't respond to that. I've never heard that.
Right.
So I just think the better thing, we don't know, we're learning, would be more like, Cal, see you soon. Because he probably would have said, see you soon. Because it's almost automatic to him to say it.
Right.
It
was terrifying though. And I don't know why, but a lot of autistic people, kids, they elope. They run away. They leave.
I know. That's the thing about, like almost anybody who has an autism diagnosis, their kids, you can get a handicap accessible parking tag. And people really get mad at that. Like I've seen people on social media be like, it's not our fault that, your kids played video games and they have autism. Like the stupidest comments you'll ever see. And I'm like, I don't get into it anymore. I finally learned my lesson of like, I'm not going to change these people. But the reason that is that because you don't want to risk a kid walking through a long parking lot to get to an entrance somewhere. They could take off.
Yeah.
And somebody might hit them. Like I told this one guy I think it was on Instagram. It's like, but do you want to run over a kid? Like,
right.
First off, you don't seem human enough to understand that that's a terrible thing. So we'll just take that off the equation. If you hit a kid, your day is going to be upended. You're going to have to sit there until the police get there. You're going to have to watch the firefighters do their thing. You're going to have to do all this paperwork. And I mean, that's like the non-human side of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the non-human side of like your day is pretty much ruined. And then all of the insurance and court. And I mean, dude, do you want to hit a kid? And they just get beyond that. It's like, you're just looking for free handouts. I'm like, a handicap pass is a free handout? Do you think I want this? Do you think I want to have to do this? Like, do you think I want to go to the DMV? Oh, no, first go to a doctor, have them write a thing, then go to the DMV, have them approve it, put the thing. No, I don't want to do. I mean, we don't even have one.
We need one.
But we need one. But
and he's almost 60 pounds now, and he's very hard to handle. And if I have to pick him up, he's pulling my hair. He's trying to bite me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so having to walk far is a problem.
Right. No, it is. And that's just like what I'm saying. Like with this whole thing, it's just, I mean, these kids are... They're incredible in a lot of ways. I mean, and there's ways that incredibility is hard on the parents. I mean, God, we get that. But gosh, from just a strength and I mean, these kids run. And like you said, people don't necessarily know why, but they do it. We know they do it. I mean, it's heartbreaking, but it's almost every day now. Somewhere in the country, there's a kid with autism that goes missing. And runs away. And so we know that they do it. And that's, kind of back to the angel sense thing. They saw a sincere problem, so they try to create a sincere solution. They've got so many testimonials on their website of like angel sense found my kid.
Yeah.
There was one where the kid got away from school. The school had all these locked doors. Somebody was walking out and this kid just ran out while the door was open.
Yeah.
And the person was like, oh, and they were gone. And they did find it was good. It was a great ending. They found the child 40 minutes later.
Oh my gosh. This was that when for us it was like 5 minutes. And now I'm scared to go get like groceries out of my car.
I don't blame you.
I mean, he's in a safe place.
Well, I tell you all the time,
out.
like, because you're the queen of carrying 19 things to your car at once with him, and I'm like, don't do that because he's gonna know that you have a weakness, and he's gonna run away from you, and it's gonna be all that harder for you to go get him. That's the other thing about these kids; they sort of pick up, on what's going on real quickly.
Yeah.
Like they're very aware of what your capability is in a moment, and more importantly, what it's not. I know. So, yeah, there's so much to think about. But yeah, boy, that angel sense,
it's very needed.
Gosh, it really is. Real quick, go to YouTube and search Cliff 20. Great mini documentary. It's about 25 minutes. But it is about the company that Ling Huang has built. He's the CEO of Technology North. We talked about him earlier in the show. But, here's what I love about it. It's just real life of kids, young adults on the spectrum looking for some meaningful, it's more than employment. I mean, it is employment because it is a job. It's a process of technology that Ling has created. But it's more about becoming something in their community. It's a great 25-minute watch, so well produced, but you'll get a great idea what Ling has built at Technology North. His young son, Brian, was diagnosed on the spectrum, and Ling, we talk about it all the time. Every time I talk to him, he just said, what's life going to look like for him when he graduates high school? I mean, most of your life is after high school.
Yeah.
And so in this world, as far as kids on the spectrum, it's not a welcoming world.
Yeah.
Sometimes intentionally, that's sad. Most times not. It's just there hasn't been any thought and effort put into it. Or if there's been thought, there hasn't been a lot of execution. And so Ling just got to work on that. Cliff 20 on YouTube. It's totally free. I probably watched it 5 times. I just love the storyline of it. It's really cool.
It's like narrated well too.
It is. It's just it's produced so well. So we definitely recommend that on YouTube. Great watch over the holidays. You get some time. Yeah. I think that's all for me.
That's all for me too.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's all from you?
Yep. We're going to go to the studio. I think we can do a workout there.
Nah, I'm not working out there. I'm going to work out here. I don't want to work. I go there, I want to relax. Well, I don't want to go there and work out.
Fine. Well, you could.
You absolutely could. Yeah. You're going to work out there today?
Maybe. I was thought about doing Zeus there.
Oh, Zeus Fitness workout.
Yeah, it's raining outside.
Yeah.
The garage is messy. There's mats there. There is.
I know. I don't know. I don't want to go there and work out. I want to go there and relax. Football's on. We've got YouTube TV there. We can watch football there.
We do. All right.
Okay. I think we got everything done, and dailyautism.com if you want to join our social channels. Oh, and if you want to find out more about the Sensory Studio, you can join any of these channels. We are routinely posting about it. We are going to have a website up soon, probably in the next week or two. But for now, any of our social channels, there's videos and things like that. Contact info for our email addresses. You can also message us on any social platform. If you're not in the Tampa Bay area, but you know someone who is, feel free to share it with them. It's a really cool concept. And you did a great job. You did a great job. You can already see from the parents that see it how happy they are. You know what I mean? So you did a great job.
Thank you.
Kind of creating this concept and imagining what it would be and who it would serve and how the whole thing would work. And it's cool. It's funny. Every time I walk in there, I feel like I'm going in for the first time. It always feels a little different. It's kind of cool. Yeah. It's just,
you do feel good when you're in there. And it's just a nice place, like you said, to be able to relax.
Yeah. It just has a purpose to it. So I think you feel that when you walk in, right? It's not just, a place where people do business. It has like has like a purpose. There's a meaning behind it. There's like a spirit in there. It's a little spirit.
Oh, good.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And because the kids elope, I have a lock on the top of the door.
And 3 on the back and 1 on the bathroom. So
it's secure.
Yes. You're not getting out of that place if you don't want to, and nobody's getting in if you don't want them to. So we've got the safety aspect covered. And, that private one-on-one entrance is great. So there's no staff. It's your families. You own it for the amount of time you're there. We didn't want any intersection of other human beings that could potentially be a trigger or something like that. It's just a private experience.
Yeah, and if you're tired of having therapy at home, your therapist can go there.
Therapists can go there as well. That's cool, too.
Yep.
All right. Have a great, I'd say weekend, but I don't know when people are going to get to listen to this. So,
have a great day.
Have a great day. No matter when you get this, have a great day. And we'll see you online at dailyautism.com.